Hello everybody, and welcome to That Bit. This week the top 10 crazy facts about the American version of the sitcom The Office. 1. The cast could have been way different. For instance, Adam Scott auditioned for the part of Jim Halpert. Seth Rogen was in the running to play Dwight Schrute. Eric Stonestreet, who is now on Modern Family, auditioned for Kevin. Before getting cast as Angela Kinsey auditioned for Pam. Bob Odenkirk was originally cast as Michael Scott but was replaced by Steve Carell when the show he'd been working on, Come to Papa, was cancelled. In a late season episode, Odenkirk played a very Michael Scott-like manager looking to hire Pam. 2. John Krasinski had a rough audition. One reason Adam Scott could have easily played Jim. John Krasinski's audition for The Office didn't go too well. First of all, he was supposed to audition for Dwight, but he convinced the casting directors to let him read for the part of Jim. Secondly, he got into some trouble in the waiting room. A man eating salad in the room asked him if he was nervous. Krasinski answered, not really. You either get these things or you don't. But what I'm really nervous about is this show. It's just I love the British show so much and Americans have a tendency to just really screw these opportunities up. I just don't know how I'll live with myself if they screw this show up and ruin it for me. The man responded, "My name's Greg Daniels, I'm the executive producer." Still, Krasinski managed to get the part. 3. The cast picked the opening theme song. When it came to the show's opening theme music, series creator Greg Daniels gave the cast 4 versions of the song and let them vote on the winner. The now iconic song came from a demo by composer Jay Ferguson, which was then re-recorded by musician Bob Tila Jr. and a group later dubbed the Scrantones, who made an appearance on the episode, The Booze Cruise. 4. They lost their original theme song to Heather Locklear. In 2015, Rainn Wilson revealed that a number of hit songs were given consideration for the show's opening theme, including Better Things by the Kinks and Float On by Modest Mouse. But the one the cast really wanted was Mr. Blue Sky by the Electric Light Orchestra. Those plans were dashed, though, when production found out that it was already the song for the Heather Locklear comedy, LAX. 5. The documentary crew may have had a tragic reason for covering Dunder Mifflin. In the Season 2 episode, Performance Review, Michael reads papers from his suggestion box, including one from Tom, who wrote, "We need better outreach for employees fighting depression." Then, he's reminded that Tom killed himself. During a 2007 Office convention, a group of writers proposed that this suicide was why the documentary crew showed up in Scranton. They wanted to document how The Office was dealing with the suicide before turning to simpler storylines. 6. Mindy Kaling made up lies about their coworkers to mess with BJ Novak. Novak and Kaling maintained a close friendship during their time on The Office. The latter used to make up stories about their coworkers to cause confusion. According to an interview in 2016, Kaling said that Daniels dated one of the directors in college, making Novak afraid to give criticisms during edits. "I was nervous to insult his ex-girlfriend, so he didn't make the edits that I wanted," Novak said in the interview. "And later I asked him about it and he was like, 'What are you talking about? She's 20 years older than I am, we didn't go to college together.'" 7. Steve Carell isn't interested in joining a reboot. Though the show is always the subject of reboot rumors, Steve Carell has said on multiple occasions that bringing back The Office isn't on his mind, telling Esquire, "Because The Office is on Netflix and replaying, a lot more people have seen it recently. And I think because of that there's been a resurgence in interest in the show, and talk about bringing it back. But apart from the fact that I just don't think that's a good idea, it might be impossible to do that show today and have people accept it the way it was accepted 10 years ago." 8. Pam vs. Angela. Pam and Angela have a tough relationship on the show, but in real life the two actors, Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey, are the best of friends. Fisher is also godmother to Kinsey's child. The two also have a podcast called Office Ladies, where they revisit every episode of The Office and reveal behind-the-scenes stories. 9. Angela Kinsey was a phone operator for 1-800-DENTIST when she auditioned for the show. Before she became known as Angela Martin, Kinsey worked as a phone operator for 1-800-DENTIST. "It was great material," Kinsey told Larry King in 2018. "I actually sold a show to TBS called 1-800, about my time as an operator, because people are crazy, but they're also delightful." Kinsey also said she interned for NBC's Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and booked several roles in commercials prior to landing her role on The Office. 10. Phyllis Smith was an NFL cheerleader and a burlesque dancer. Before working as a casting director, Smith spent a year as an NFL cheerleader as well as some time as a burlesque dancer. "It was just the perfect job for me at the time," she said in an interview in 2012. "I was working with the St. Louis Cardinal cheerleaders. I really enjoyed it because I loved football, so I was able to watch the game, dance and be there and look at the cute guys across the field. So it was the triple threat there." Smith said that she later joined a traveling vaudeville and burlesque group, which she worked at for 7 years. "There was no stripping," Smith said. "We had strategically placed feathers and G-strings with feathers covering our rumps. It was quite sexy, but no stripping or nudity." She also got the job as Phyllis because she was a casting agent on the show. According to Smith's acting bio, she worked for Allison Jones Casting during the pilot screening of The Office. However, executive producers were so impressed by Smith's line readings that they created the role of Phyllis, who became a recurring character throughout the series. Thank you for watching that bit. Please subscribe and ring that bell so you can get more content like this in the future.